So, on the coattails of Festival of the Lost, we have Call to Arms, which is the exact opposite of Festival of the Lost. Now, I assume the reason this event came out right after is to try and build some momentum and keep people who played the previous event on the game, but it just kills that momentum very fast. For starters, you had the new Haunted Altars, which was a really nice activity and hopefully the baseline for activities that are released with events in the future, limited time modes that are fun to engage with and actually have a little bit of sustenance inside of them. Now, that being said, obviously it can be better, and you can watch my Festival of the Lost video to see what I had to say about that there. A lot of these events that are in between or after the holiday events are really just reward tracks that reward you for playing certain activities in the portal. And that's fine. But the first step in this quest is to complete the salt mines, and you also have to cash in a daily challenge in order to be able to do the other activities that are tied to this event. And I can just show you right here. So we go down to the play symbol, and initially when you start this event, all of these will be grayed out except for cutting edge, zone control, and the salt mines. I was unfortunate enough to have this challenge as the one that just made the most sense to complete the fastest. It required me doing 4 salt mines in order to complete it, and I don't have a folded rocket or folded root rocket launcher anymore. I deleted mine because it's kind of booty cheeks, and then the shotgun I also deleted because I really didn't have a good one. So it's just like, all right, I'll run salt mines back to back to back to back, and now I can do these activities which I've had unlocked for the entirety of their existence in the game, except for when this event launched. Now you might be saying, why would you bother doing these activities? If it's locked, just don't play the event. Well, that's the whole point of the event, is to get the engrams, the call to arm weapon engrams, and to complete the quest, get the introductory stuff done so that you can unlock everything. But it's a completely Bungie thing to do to make an event quest re-unlocking activities, even if it's just a temporary thing. Now, there are some good things about this event, I will say. That is obviously the worst thing and probably my biggest op about this event. But you can get all of the Arms Week's weapons, or the weapons from previous Arm Weeks, which is cool. And if you haven't gotten these before, or you didn't get tier 5s, now is the time to do it. But of course, with every good thing, there's just another bad thing. Come on, this is Destiny 2. You can't have nice things, okay? The points portion of this event is basically just a way to get the community involved. There's a community score as well as individual score, and you can see the reward track here is all the way up to 310 points. You can see I have 15 because I honestly just did salt mines and 1 match of zone control, and that's it. But right now, this score is tied to your power level. I am 509, which means, I got 10 points from salt mines, whatever, top 10%, which, is obviously only because I'm 509. So if you're anywhere below that, you're probably going to see a smaller score, and there's no way you can fix that except getting more power. Now, Bungie has already come out and said they are going to change this, which is super nice. It usually takes a couple days for them to respond to this stuff, but the fact that it released in this way in the first place is astonishing. I don't understand this at all. People have been complaining about how power was tied to your drops. It also increased your score in portal activities, and they rolled that stuff back. Maybe this event was created with that in mind, and they just never went back to change it, and it's still released this way. But I can't fathom that. And even with that in mind, the rewards are as follows: an emblem, a transmat effect, a shader, which is a very mid shader, I would add, a universal ornament, which is admittedly pretty cool, at least in my opinion. Is it worth grinding 100 points? Probably not, because it'll most likely end up in the Bright Dust store anyway. And then another emblem. Really worth your time. I don't understand that whatsoever. You genuinely get some better rewards from this reward track. You're going to get some Lawless vouchers, which will allow you to cash these in for Renegade's weapons. You're also going to get guaranteed tier 5s. I mean, granted, they are curated roles, so you're probably not going to be super crazy about that in the first place. And you get your prisms, get some strange coins, get more tier 5s. There's this ship in here, which, you know, cool, I guess. Generally speaking, I do think the reward track just gives you better stuff, or more stuff. So why even bother grinding out all the score anyway, when I can just go do one of these activities, get my reward track done, and that's it. It's really up to you whether or not you want to do any of those things, and I wouldn't blame you for not wanting to do this event whatsoever. And riding off the coattails of Festival of the Lost and how fantastic, at least in my opinion, it was, is mind-blowing. You can't build any momentum if you're Bungie when you have this level of inconsistency. I get wanting to have these events be back-to-back, but I feel like if you could have released a better version of this event in a week or two, you know, leading into Renegades, that would have been a better overall plan. But, you know, there might be another event before Renegades that they have planned, leading into Renegades, and then you'll have the Dawning eventually as well, whatever that's going to be this year. So, I mean, I don't know. I just really don't know. That's all I have for this video. Subscribe if you watched all the way through. It helps me out a ton. It's free, easy, and I will love you forever. You can also like the video if you enjoyed listening to me talk about this stuff. Comment your thoughts below on what's going on, and I'll see you guys in the next one.